Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to Crusader Kings 3, finally. And today we're going to be creating a god among men. We're going to be making the 100 stat, 200 stat, maybe even 300 stat man, without using any cheats or exploits or console commands, just min-maxing the game really, really well. Now this video is sponsored by Paradox, so make sure to check out the link in the description below, go see CK3 and buy it, I know you want to. And if you do, if you let them know that it is a good idea to sponsor me, they might sponsor me more. Alright, let's get going. New game. What is the plan? The plan is pretty elaborate. We'll have to go through 3, 4 or even 5 generations of rulers to create our perfect man. But it will all be worth it. Now in Crusader Kings 3 you have 2 starting dates. You have 1066 and there are some suggested rulers for you here, and you have 867. You also can choose any ruler you wish. So let's play as any ruler. This is the map. As you can see, it's not just Europe, it's half of Africa and a huge chunk of Asia as well. We could conquer it all, but we're not going to focus on that today. Today we're going to focus on making the perfect human being. And for that we need a well-established, powerful country, primarily with primogeniture succession. So I have chosen to go with Byzantine Empire and the Macedon dynasty. See, the Byzantine Empire is not only big and powerful, it also has some nice potential to grow, and we have male preference primogeniture. Primogeniture is a nice way to keep our realm together and not have our plans disrupted. We'll keep all the game rules at default, and let's start. We start being at war with the Aghlabid, trying to conquer Sicily from us. It's not going to be too difficult to repel, we'll do that and then focus on the real challenge. First off, our domain is too big. We have too many holdings, we'll have to deal with that. Also, we will need a better wife. Now, I could get a divorce if the patriarch liked me, but he doesn't, so goodbye wife. Make sure we get a better spy master than 5 skill. 22, yes please. Let's check the other ones as well. Now we're not very good, we're brave, deceitful, ambitious, a tough soldier, open train expert and strong. It's acceptable, nothing special. We'll need to do a lot better. Now, lifestyle. We start with the martial focus. It's not bad, but also not what we want. So we're going to reset our perks, causing us some stress. Only focus gives us extra fertility. Reassign the perks we've reset. From these, the strategist branch is the best. Hit and run, engineered for destruction and living off the land. That should boost our troops quite significantly. From now on, focus on diplomacy. The new notifications will help us quite significantly. We can vassalize a duke. Which one? Wonderful. Let's vassalize him. Also, perhaps vassalize more people if I had more diplomacy. So, let's make our wife a court politician, and she will give us some diplomacy. Let's see if that brings us over the threshold for some other rulers. In the meantime, we will raise all our armies, let them gather up, and then send them over to Sicily. Brewing troublemaker. That's our son. We will have to disinherit him because he's not a genius. Yes, mental break. That is because of the new stress mechanic. I quite like it, actually. We could switch our faith, or we could go to a brothel, or just endure the stress. Let's go to a brothel. And we got a new vassal. And thanks to the extra diplomacy from changing our queen's thingy and getting a better advisor, we can vassalize this guy. Perfect. Family members can get married. Good. Let's do that. Our father can get a French 17-year-old princess. Cool. Why the hell not? You get a princess. Everyone gets a princess. As you can see, we can get quite a lot from these hints, and that is helpful. As you can see, we no longer have to worry about ships. The embarking is automatic. Let's speed it up. We have a lot of work to do. Interesting. The patriarch thinks that our marriage is not lawful. Consanguineous? Does that mean it's like incest? Alright, in that case I incest. You dissolve the marriage. That's perfect, I don't need to murder her. That's all we wanted. Let's stop the scheme. Now we can get a new wife. And who are we gonna get? Well, let's look for a genius. Eudokia, 17-year-old genius. And also quick. Okay, that's like a super genius. Well, you're going to be my new wife. Congratulations. And we need to produce a genius heir. Marvelous. We have a new Basilissa, who has super good genes. Why are you not... Oh, I put them in the wrong place. See, the counties are now divided into baronies, and you need to put your troops on the castle to siege that castle. First, let's take that one back. I don't actually mean to win the war. There is no gain in that for us other than some prestige. We're just going for a white piece. Now, as the ruler of the Byzantine Empire, we're also the head of the culture. See, we have a dynasty, we have a religion, and we have a culture, and all of these can be modified and expanded upon. Let's make sure our culture focuses on acquiring the casus belli, innovation. And white piece it is. And disband all the armies. We're going to have to go through several monarchs to achieve what we need. This one, Basilius, is going to focus on expanding our kingdom. Sorry, our empire. We have several targets. Those small duchies here, as well as southern Italy, can probably be acquired peacefully through just befriending their rulers. We can just offer vassalage to some of them. For example, he would accept if he wasn't at war. So the plan for this ruler is to get a genius heir and strengthen our country by expanding it. It would also be nice to destroy the Magyar Confederation. Why do I need to destroy them? Because otherwise they might do an invasion. Now, the casus belli has been reworked a bit, but it should seem familiar to the veterans of CK2. We can do holy wars, we can do claims, we can do invasion, and so on. Now, I don't want to declare any holy wars. I don't really have enough piety, because declaring holy wars costs piety, and declaring other wars costs prestige. All of these resources are quite useful. See, those are lifestyle events. You can deal with a vassal by mocking him or doing stuff like that. We'll get extra experience. That experience will get us more perks. Our wife is pregnant. Okay, this is a bit problematic because we need a man. But if we don't have any other kids that are geniuses, I can just disinherit all the boys and she will be the heir. We want two things here. This entire tree, which benefits our family, and a part of this one, because a true ruler will let us vassalize some people peacefully. We're about to suffer another mental break, it seems. Let's use the decisions tree to host a feast. That should reduce our stress. Feasts are great for reducing stress and also increasing prestige. And the ruler of Rashka is quite close to agreeing to be our vassal. Let's sway him. And go on a hunt to reduce our stress. And also get some prestige. Hunting trophy, extra prestige. Generally, it is a good idea to keep doing these things like a hunt or a feast, if you can afford that, because they will give you nice traits, like hunter or reveler. Now let's go on a pilgrimage. I could use some piety. Now we'll get way more piety. And getting piety is important for several reasons. You can actually make your own faith. Taureor, holy war for duchy. Can we do that? Yes, we can. And that will eliminate the Magyars as a threat. Now we can check out their religion. See, it's not wise to declare a holy war against the Catholics, for example, because there is a lot of Catholics. But for these guys, it should not be too difficult. The rulers of the same faith can join them in a war. So the Tautocist faith, well, it should not be a problem. Time to get rid of the Magyars. Now, if you don't do that, there's a big chance of a huge invasion of like 20 or 30,000 troops just walking around here and causing trouble, which is why I want to do it now. Well, let's go. Split the army and do two holdings at once. Now, we will suffer some attrition, so we shouldn't let it take too long. Our patriarch has created a claim. We can get a claim on a county, or he did exceptionally well, we can get an entire duchy. Let's get an entire duchy. Wonderful, our wife is pregnant again. We need a genius son. If we can't get a genius son, we'll be using the genius daughter. Once I finish this siege, the war should be won. Another daughter. Let's make sure to educate our genius daughter ourselves. Victory. And now, this belongs to the Byzantine Empire. I could land my sons. They're still kids. I will want to disinherit them. I will only be able to do that once I become the head of the dynasty. Once our father is dead, we will become the head of the dynasty, and then we can freely just disinherit people, which is awesome. You no longer have to murder them. Crusades are happening. Our wife seems to be cheating on us, which doesn't really matter as long as the baby is a genius. We could become profligate, which reduces our stress and money, or we could just go to a brothel. Let's just go to a brothel. We could get a disease. Our daughter, who's unlikely to be our heir. Let's make sure she has a diplomacy education, because diplomacy education is best education. Now, the ruler of Alania is not going to accept vassalage no matter what, so let's get a claim on his stuff instead. Claim on all of Alania, yes. Let's declare war immediately. See, holy wars consume piety. We could afford that, but we have more prestige, which is why I'm using that instead. Also, when we're using piety, neighboring rulers can join in. Enforce our demands. Disband our troops. And what is our next target? I'm thinking Armenia. True ruler. This is a wonderful perk, because they will want to be my vassals. Rashka is now mine. Now that we are the head of our dynasty, we can start disinheriting people. How much does that cost? 150 prestige and 75 dynasty renown. Pity, but I have to do that. I need to do the same to our daughter, and finally to our son and heir, Prince Constantinos. Pity, but he's not a genius. And that's a bit of a crime. He's the primary heir, so it's gonna be a bit expensive. Now she should be our primary heir. Wonderful. It's not like she's super great, and playing a girl will be quite difficult, but she is a genius. Renewed jihad. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Serja is a charismatic negotiator. Not perfect, but acceptable. She is our heir. Can still try with this girl, if I could kill him. Oh, is she an heir? What if I killed her father? No, this game makes you plan out stuff you wouldn't otherwise plan out. At least, I hope you wouldn't. For example, how would we abduct this 14-year-old girl, or convince her dad to sell her to us, so that we can make babies? I'll wait until she comes of age, maybe then kill her husband, something like that. Enemy combatants captured. Wonderful, enforce demands. And we're over our domain limit once again. Let's check on the girl. She's an adult now, and she's pretty good. And now I can actually murder her husband, which might mean I would be able to acquire her as a wife. But first, I would need to take care of my own wife. He will just accept the divorce. Good. We're gonna lower our stats, sadly. Let's see if we can murder the guy. 30% chance. Not that great. Oh, let's try it anyway. Oh, I can do a sway and murder scheme at the same time. I didn't realize that. Right, who should we sway next? Arrange a marriage here. We wanted Herculean. He's my vassal now, so he will agree. Matrilinear marriage of our genius daughter and this Herculean boy. Perfect. We'll be pursuing 2 avenues of getting good heirs. A servant of the horned god. I could become a witch, which is cool. However, there's actually no supernatural stuff in Crusader Kings 3, so it will not benefit us in the slightest. So we will not become a witch. Or at least, I don't know about any supernatural stuff. Begone, demon. A meal to die for. Only a 30% chance of success. Let's see. It worked! It worked! Right, can I marry her? Yes, yes I can. She hates me because I killed her husband, but I'll be fine. It's not like she's gonna kill me in my sleep, is it? So let us marry this girl that we have just widowed. Excellent. Seek indulgences. Will that just give me piety, or can that remove murder from me? Nope, it looks like I'm still a murderer. That's a pity. We got quite a bit of territory. Groomed to rule. I will have to disinherit my baby son, Prince Georgios. It's for the good of the empire. I mean, he's still gonna get a county or something. I do take care of my dynasty. I am at death's door. I'm about to die. That's a problem. That's a bit of a problem. My heir is my daughter. The one with the good traits, and the sadistic husband, who also drinks. She can handle it, I'm pretty sure. Alright, do I have a physician? Maybe I can recover from this. I must remember to not let my rulers go to battle, because we're about to die. He is the health indicator. Pity. But we have secured the succession, so it's gonna be alright. Also, seems like our abducted wife has developed Stockholm Syndrome, and now she likes us. Everyone in our dynasty gets a title, if I can find one for them. More allies. Damn it. Oh well. We have died. Pity. I had so much more I could do. No lifestyle chosen. Diplomacy is our pick. We want kids, family focus, and yeah, that. We want this. We could go for true ruler. We didn't manage to vassalize the people we wanted to vassalize. And we want embassies here. We'd also like to modify our faith if we could do that. But for now, let's not mess with anything and make a lot of alliances. Now, our daughter is not perfect. She's intelligent, not genius, and an Amazonian. So that makes her good, not wonderful. Maybe we can get a more promising child. We'll see. All right, let's start befriending people. I keep forgetting that. Damn it, witch again. No, we don't want that. We can seduce the patriarch. 95%. Let's do that. And we got another daughter. This time a genius. Oh no. She's sickly. Berg, friendly council. Each friend gives 2 random skill points. We have 2 friends right now. Boom, 2 random skill points for each of them. Which is why we want more friends. Way more friends. We'll be befriending more and more people from our dynasty. We need to pick them young, but adults. This way, they will live longer and we can have more friends. Oh, it has already happened, so we won't see the change in the skill points, but I am getting skill points. 2 points for each friend. And matriarch. Perfect. And embassies. Each alliance gets you 1 diplo point. 36 now. It's not a lot of points because I don't have a lot of alliances, but I can have a lot of alliances. Let's have a look. Orthodox. Create new Christian faith. It looks like I can. In that case, I'm going to switch my focus to learning now, because we got everything from this that we really wanted. Because with the prophet trait, we can modify our religion, and that's going to be useful to us. I've stopped expanding, but right now there are just no great targets. We have a pretty interesting granddaughter. She's hale, intelligent, and pretty. Could do better, but that's pretty good. Oh, we could make our lover a husband for our daughter. That seems cruel. How many friends do we have by now? Quite a lot. It's probably going to be enough piety to reform the faith once we get the prophet trait. Hopefully we can do that in this lifetime. Just look at those stats. What's the total? 135, if I'm not mistaken. We can take it further. We can get 200, I think. Quite easily. Most of Italy is mine. Perk. Prophet. With that we can reform our faith. Perhaps we should wait a bit longer, because then we can reform it more. Now, what we mostly care about is monogamy. We want to get rid of that, so that we can have many wives. Bubonic plague! Are we all dead? We might all be dead. With all that piety that we've gained, we can now do the religion thing. Let's get rid of orthodoxy and get something better. Alright, I think I've created a faith that is going to fit what we need. Ritual celebrations, carnal exaltation, armed pilgrimages for a possible holy war. Male-dominated because it's easier to pick your heir. Pluralist. I did want to become the head of church as well, but it's not that important, and it does cost a lot of points. Polygamous marriages, up to 4 spouses. Always allow divorce, unrestricted marriage, no bastards, because we want the most kids possible with the best stats possible. I had some piety left, so I accepted witchcraft and deviancy, and same-sex relations. Adultery is necessary, more kids is better, and changed stuff here a bit. Now, new sins. Chaste is a sin, sadistic is a sin, and vengeful is a sin, lustful, compassionate, and forgiving are virtues. The good stats religion. Let's create the faith. Let's have a look. We're going to convert. Some people are going to be doing that. The good statist schism. Yes. And crusades for the desires of the flesh. What do you want to do? Crusade for the kingdom of Syria. Really? I want to do anything with that. Could be useful. Not sure if I want to join, but sure, let's see what happens. Maybe I can redirect the crusade. Could do it for Bulgaria, that might be better for us. Easier, definitely. The crusade seems like an extremely bad idea, looking at the strength ratio. If I donate gold, will more people join? More people are joining the crusade on our side. Still not sure if I should actually go through with this. Seems like a very bad idea. Oh, I can get more piety. This makes perfect sense. Okay, I have just figured out a way to make this work. Let's spend some money to increase our piety. Now use that increased piety to redirect the crusade somewhere else. Khanate of Pannonia. That looks good. Let's go there. And the crusade has started. There was a word. Go, attack. We're getting old, we should probably start making sure we have the right heir soon. And maybe even making sure the crusade has that heir as the beneficiary, if that can be done properly. We'll see. There were some babies born recently, let's inspect them. Dynasty, age. Youngest to oldest. Nothing special. Robust, intelligent. Genius. Hale, fecund. Good. And is that a boy or a girl? A boy. Perfect. You know what? I'm sure I want a genius. Let's make sure we only look at the genius ones. Okay, so we have just one boy and a lot of girls. And he also has other traits, so that makes him the natural heir, actually. I think I need to make him my heir. For that, I will need to disinherit some people, and also educate him myself. Right, so to make sure he inherits the empire, I need to disinherit all of the other ones. He's second in line. First is Symmachus. We don't need Symmachus, he's weaker. So we're going to make sure to disinherit him. I am educating him, and he is of my dynasty. Why can't I disinherit you? Or is that because he's the wrong religion? Demand conversion. Oh yes, that's why. Let's disinherit the boy now. That's better. Now, our primary heir is the genius Hale, fecund boy. Perfect. Is that how you pronounce that? Fecund or fecund? Anyway, he's gonna make a great heir. He might even be our final character for this playthrough. The one that will achieve godhood among men. It would be better if he was also Herculean and beautiful, but we'll take what we can get. So can I make him the beneficiary of the crusade? I cannot. What if I use his parents? Princess Eusebia. Let's try her. Yes, you will be the beneficiary. This way, see, because the Crusade will create a separate kingdom, this way our heir will also be the heir to that kingdom. Should work out nicely. Now let's focus on the Crusade. My new grandson is not my heir. Oh, he's also a genius. He's handsome. Great, but not as good. I'm going to have to disinherit him as well. Let's become an herbalist. Maybe that will let us live a bit longer. We're fine. Yeah, herbalist gives us more health. Victory. Victorious Crusade. Perfect. We're known for the dedication to our faith, and the kingdom of Pannonia has been created. Queen Eusebia of Pannonia, our daughter. Crusader Queen. Cool. Very good, actually. So he will inherit the empire and also the kingdom, which is wonderful. Actually, now we could theoretically switch to her as a playable character, but that's not in our best interest. So yeah, that was the Crusade. Perfect. Let's host a feast. It's a pity that renown was wasted on disinheriting people, because renown can be used to increase our dynasty's potency, but I felt that it was necessary. He's getting good stats. Oh, is that because I'm tutoring him? Is he getting stats from me? Well, I have very good stats, so that would explain it. This 9-year-old kid just beat up the 1-year-old kid. Don't do that, you idiot. Okay. I didn't manage to pause on time. We have died at 72, which is not too bad. We play as this 8-year-old boy now. 8-year-old boy with pretty good stats. We're going to switch to diplomacy first and foremost. And this is going to be our super stat man, I think. I'm a kid. I might need a very good spy master. And I'm heavily over the domain limit. That's going to be an issue, isn't it? We can become impatient, shy, or gluttonous. None of them are good. Shy is the worst for us because we want to have a lot of friends. Let's try impatient. Playdate. Oh, we have a crush now, apparently. I'm hoping for some good traits like gregarious or possibly lustful, because I want to have a lot of kids that I can use for alliances. We can get betrothed. I don't think I want to do that. I suppose I could get betrothed with the girl we have a crush on. Yeah, why not? I wonder if that affects the crush. I mean, she is of my family, so there could be inbred kids, which is horrible, of course. But I wonder if being betrothed to that childhood crush actually affects the crush events. It is just a betrothal, so I can always just break it off. Let's speed this up. I don't intend to do any wars or anything like that. A judgment. We can become just, cynical, or temperate. Temperate is nice because it gives us a health boost. Let's do temperate. We do want to have good health. Impatient and temperate. Not the best traits, but also not horrible. Oh, I could become a bully, which is a terrible thing, so we're not going to do that. Object of my desire. We can trusting, fickle, or content. Content is a good trait for a subject, not for a ruler. Let's be trusting. I no longer have a crush on her. Interesting. I can get a pet cat. That gives me intrigue and learning. Cool. Let's call him Shadow, like Linus. Coming of age. Who are we? Adequate bargainer? That's terrible. I was hoping for something much better. All of that does not matter because we're going to get crazy stats nonetheless. Let's break the betrothal. And now we can find a spouse. We can have 4 wives. That's some good skills and they can be inherited. So yeah, that's our first marriage. And now we have a wife. Anyway, let's get secondary spouses. Beautiful one. 12 years older than us, but doesn't matter really. Now some young ones. Focus. Diplomacy. Unfortunately, our education trait is crap. Family focus. We'll have to work with what we have. This ruler is a total of 10 points. Court politics is a total of 12 to diplomacy. Let's take that one, shall we? I have 3 wives and 1 betrothed. It's all good. Feast ends. Everyone gets 20 opinion of me. We have a newborn son who is comely, hale, and a genius. Perfect. Now we can start working on maybe conquering some stuff. But most importantly, we need to get friends, get alliances, get skills. Remember, the goal is to get as many skills as possible, and there are some nice perks that are going to help us do it. We can get a friend. Let's try. Friends are going to boost our skills. Our amazing diplomacy is going to make everyone like us. Oh, new perk in diplomacy. Perfect. Now we can start befriending people. This is very, very important. In order to do that, we have to start early, of course. Pick our dynasty, start by age, and just pick the youngest adult we can find. She should live for a long time. Let's befriend her. Oh, she's paranoid. Perhaps I should have picked someone else, but it's already underway. One of our wives, the adulterer, is unfortunately allergic to the cat. However, I can only have one cat and I can have 4 wives. The cat stays. New daughter, yes, and she's of my dynasty. Perfect. Once again, I'm picking the youngest ones of my dynasty because I'll get some bonuses because they're of my dynasty. And also, the youngest ones will live longer. 3 friends so far. You know what, let's increase our fertility. We can do conversion blood later. The friendships are only one of 3 things I'm going to do to increase my stats beyond normal limits. A new son. Vegan genius. Groomed to rule. All children gain skill points. Oh, that's a nice son. He's gonna have lots of kids. Oh, cool. Thanks to our cat, we get a huge health boost. Can get a soulmate in addition to my 1 lover and 4 wives. Sure, why the hell not? Interestingly, I could declare a holy war on the Pope, but then Lotharingia might come in. How about I fabricate a claim on Rome? Might work. Doesn't have any allies. I'm curious what will happen. We can get a claim on Rome itself. I think we should. Let's declare war on the Pope. The Pope has some large armies. Mine are larger. Rome is gonna make a nice addition to my domain. Someone has tried to kill me. Very unfortunate. Alright, let's marry this pretty lustful Serbian. That should work out nicely. New perk. Now, look at the stats here. 26, well, we had more because of the wife, but oh well. 26, 14, 13, 16, 11. Now, friendly council. That'll give me 2 random skill points for every friend we have. So, boom. That is a bit better, isn't it? And we're still making friends. How's my siege of Rome? Almost done. I'm only attacking this single county. I guess I could have waited for the duchy. Do I care if she's cheating on me? No, I don't. And I've taken the Pope hostage. That's so great. Okay, let's enforce demands. We gain Rome, which gives me a holy site of the faith, and Rome itself. Rome is quite great, isn't it? Realm, army maintenance 5% reduction. Cool. I think I'm gonna keep this to myself. Oh, I can switch them around, which one's primary. That's nice. Yay, I've befriended my wife. Maybe now she won't care about cheating. Let's do the same to another. Our daughter comes of age. Let's marry her to someone. Matrilineal marriage with a patriarch. And also gives me an alliance. New diplomacy perk. Defensive negotiations. 14-year-old beautiful French girl. Alright, let's betroth to her. She'll come of age in a moment. Let's do conversion of blood. We have married that beautiful French girl. I'm worried that I'm not having any kids. New perk. Embassies. 29 diplomacy, now 34. It's not that much, but we can make it much more. Now it's the learning focus for us. Medicine focus. Why? For learn on the job. That's gonna be quite useful. Alright, she's already 50. I need to divorce her. I need more kids. A Dutch 18-year-old who's comely and has 21 diplomacy. And I'm gonna make her primary spouse because I want that diplomacy. 16 friends. Someone's trying to murder me and they're doing well. Yeah, I need a good spy master. The ruler of Bavaria is now a 1-year-old child. Like, marry my son? No, we don't. Now, we want 2 things here. We would like this tree to just be more healthy, and we want learning on the job. Let's do pedagogy. Why am I not having any more kids? Prince Romanos, he's very good. I might make him my heir. Theological debate with a naked guy. Oh, the Pope has been conquered by one of my subjects. Great. Learning per level of devotion +2. 26 to 34. New perk. Okay, look at my skills now. This will add 20% of all the counselors' primary skills to my own. It's a lot. Quite nice, isn't it? Oh, she's only 9. Marshal. Let's replace her with someone better, because that will also increase my skill. That's some decent skills. What's the total so far? 168, if I'm counting correctly. Let's go to 200 at least. We have inherited the Khanate of Pannonia. Cool. Let's now invest in our health. We want to live quite long. Also, this now looks good with the Khanate of Pannonia being in. Let us try to become athletic. Damn it. Let's increase crown authority. Pass law. Well, now we can designate heirs, if I understand correctly. Designated heir. We can just choose who becomes my heir. But we're nowhere near dead yet. We are now whole of body and 69 years old. I'm still not done increasing the stats. I'm gonna do that in a batch at the very end when we know we're going to die. Because we will know thanks to a trait we picked up. Now we can consecrate our bloodline. Let's do that, shall we? Now we're a sacred lineage. I shall become Paragon. I think it's time to finalize our plans and see how high we can get those stats. They're already pretty damn high, but we can go higher. For that, I need to form new alliances. I need to marry people off to other people. Let's make sure our counselors are the best they can be. Remember, 20% of their skills are added to my skills. It's 14 points here, and if I did assist ruler, that would be less. This is good. Okay, I think it's time to get cancer right at this moment. Okay, let's ignore that for now and just focus on the stats. So I was not focusing on expanding my empire. We could have had about this much if I was just focused on the stats. And to reiterate, how did we get such high results? I was hoping to get some from Dark Insights, but we don't have enough prisoners, and more from thriving in chaos. At stress level 3, we could also get some more from just getting more perks, because some of them give you points, and from getting more friends, because I didn't always remember to keep making friends one after another, or from having more kids, because you also get points from kids. So, what is the end result? 73 diplomacy, bloody dogs outside my window, 28 martial, 30 stewardship, 53 intrigue, and 52 learning. Each of our living kids gives us 1 random point. Each of our friends, and how many friends do we have? Well, there's 7 times 4, that's 28, plus 4, 32 friends. So that is 64 points just from friends. We get 1 point to diplomacy from every ally. So how many would that be? 17 from embassies, that's the allies. So how many did we get in the end? If I'm not mistaken, this is 236 total stats with no cheats whatsoever. Just stacking up friends upon friends. And yes, we could do even better. I think I could quite easily reach 300, but that would take me many more hours of play to refine the dynasty, get the proper traits, make sure I get the right education, and you know, that we are gregarious and lustful and so on. And then with these traits, we could get 300 quite easily, I think. But we did what we set out to do. Over 200 in stats. That was a very long game, but quite enjoyable. I am enjoying Crusader Kings 3 immensely, and I think you will as well. So make sure to follow the link in the description of the video and check out the game. And once again, this video was sponsored by Paradox. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you want to see more weird strategies like this, or just more of Crusader Kings 3. And that is it for today. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.